All right, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, you can tell who's still in school because they'll answer you. On behalf of Mr. Richards, Athletic Directors Shannon Johnson, Mike Glisson, and myself, I'd like to welcome you to the 2019-2020 Fall Signing Day celebration. Today's a pretty special day. It's a day of celebration and reflection of a journey that many of these young people, and for many of you, has consumed the better part of a decade, countless amounts of time and money. I'd like to thank all of you for your investment in these young people, whether it be as parents, teachers, mentors, fans, teammates, or friends. You all have had a part in getting them to today. Parents, I'd also like to say thank you for entrusting them to our teachers and coaches here at Smith Station High School and the Smith Station community. Education extends far outside the confines of a field or a classroom, but so many of those lessons start inside of those two arenas. Our goal is to make them better each day than they were yesterday, and to be better tomorrow than they are today. So I'm going to call each one of them down one by one. I asked them to kind of either start with their teammates or to start with their family, and then just to kind of signify that walk down here to the table. We'll go through softball first. Coach Stonebreaker will speak. We'll have a little short video. Coach Ferry get up, speak about the baseball boys. Another short video, and then they will all sign together after that is completed. All right, so first, going to Coastal Alabama Community College to play softball, Cassidy Ballou. Next, going to Lawson State Community College for baseball, Christian Bryan. Going to Chipola College to play softball, Alexis Cosgrove. Attending East Georgia State to play softball, Cassidy Culpepper. Going to the University of South Alabama to play baseball, Hunter Donaldson. Attending Wallace-Dothan Community College to play baseball, Zane Faulk. Attending Southern Union Community College to play softball, Summer Lawrence. Going to Auburn University to play baseball, Carson Swilling. And attending Southern Union Community College to play softball, Savannah Taylor. If you join me in giving the entire group a round of applause. I've had the special privilege of coaching or teaching pretty much every one of these individuals sitting here at these tables today. And as I mentioned earlier, a lot of time and effort has gone into getting them to this point in their life. Not only athletically, but also academically. A lot of people don't understand that there's certain criteria that you have to meet in order to be able to play at the next level. And they're in that top 10% of student athletes in high school because not everybody gets this opportunity. I say all that because we have their teammates, and a lot of them are underclassmen sitting in here. And I just want to go ahead and lay the challenge to you. If you want to be sitting at this table, not only do you have to be there athletically, but you also have to take care of it academically. And so, that's the challenge ahead of you. And next year at this time, or in February of next year, underclassmen, we hope to see you sitting here in this same spot. As I kind of finish up today, there's a few people that I would like to thank who've been critical in making today happen, as well as helping me throughout the year. First, I want to thank the parents. It is definitely a blessing to get to invest in these young people, specifically my 5 girls down there on the end. It's going to be tough this year not being in the dugout every game, but trust me, Coach Stonebreaker and Coach Stillwell are going to have to kick me out a couple of times because I'm not going to be able to sit in a folding chair down on the fence. It's not going to happen. Next is somebody that I view as kind of my right hand. I think that there's not a kid sitting here at either one of these tables or any of these tables that hasn't spent time with him, talking to him, just through life or athletics or whatever. And he selflessly gives to the school and the community and your kids. And we could not do what we do without him. And I know that I'm a better man because of his friendship. That's Coach Eric. He hates when I do that to him. Coach Lee, thank you for putting together the awesome videos of the beautiful program that we are going to be using today and seeing today. Thank you. Miss Veronica Jackson, she's unable to be here due to a family emergency, but she always handles our hospitality and setting up and executing beautiful venues, not only for the athletic department, but for the school as a whole. I'd like to thank Amber Pickard, our academic coordinator for athletics. Thank her for proofreading all of my work, which I definitely need, along with many of these student athletes. She's read through essays, college applications, and things. So I wanted to thank her for investing in them and me as well. The administration, teachers, staff, and especially the custodial staff here at Smith Station High School, thank you for all that you do for these kids, our school, and our community. Coach Glisson and Coach Johnson, thank you for helping me each time that I stumble through a procedure or a protocol. Thank you for the countless on-the-job training sessions, and I look forward to finishing strong in our winter sports and having an elite spring. Coaches and athletic department staff, Coach Stonebreaker, Coach Ferry are here. Many of the assistants are here. Thank you all for what you do, investing in these kids. They wouldn't be able to be sitting here without you. Pennies per hour will never be enough to compensate for the eternal impact that you make on our kids' lives. I wanted to, we've got a couple of special guests here. Mayor Bubba Copeland was running a little bit late. He'll be coming in shortly. Dr. Brad Cook is here. He is going to be taking over as the principal of the high school in January. And then lastly, Coach Johnson, Coach Glisson, they're here. Coach Davis, Ms. Whitlock, some of our administrators are here. Several of the teachers. All right. Mr. Richards, unfortunately, was not able to be here. He also had a family emergency that he was having to take care of. Many of you know that he'll be retiring on Friday, so this would have been his final signing day. He just wanted me to express his appreciation to you as a community, again, for allowing us to pour into these kids. At this time, I'm going to invite Coach Matt Stonebreaker to come up and speak about the softball signing.
Good morning. I want to thank whoever made this program for letting me go before Coach Ferry. We made that out there. I appreciate it. Jason Lee, thank you. But seriously, thank you to all our administrators, counselors, teachers, folks that have had an impact on these kids' lives. Obviously, it's a blessing to be able to deal with them, spend time with them, coach them, teach them. But, you know, there's a level of gratitude that I want to express to teachers, administrators, and counselors. Thank you to Coach Shannon Johnson, Coach Bryan Nelson, and Coach Glisson for everything that you guys do for our athletes. Thank you for everything that you do to equip us as coaches. You know, it's a lot easier to do your job when you feel like you're prepared to support it. So, you know, I'm very grateful for that. Thank you to all the parents, you know, for the miles that you put on vehicles and tires you wore out and coolers you broke and, you know, all the hours you spent at the ball field and fees that you paid and gloves you had to replace. All the things that you've done along the way to make it possible for these kids to play softball. There's a lot of sacrifices that you've made. You'll realize this when you get older, ladies, there's a lot of things that your parents probably would have rather been doing on a Saturday or Sunday. There's a lot of things that they probably would have rather had. And they put all those things aside selflessly to give to you. So make sure that you thank them today, and I thank you today. I want to thank you for the opportunity to coach your kids. There's no doubt that I enjoy what I do as a teacher, but the highlight of my day is at 4 o'clock. My day, getting to go down and spend time with these girls and you know, learn from them as much as they learn from me. So congratulations to each one of you. We have an outstanding group of young ladies right here. First, I want to bring up our 2 catchers, Savannah Taylor and Casey Ballou. It's not easy when you're in the same class, you play the same position. It's tough to be selfless. It's tough to be okay with somebody else getting the nod from time to time. And these 2 work together, and they don't fight about it, they don't bicker about it, they don't complain about it. They just show up and they work. And if their number's called, they go out and do what they're asked to do. And if not, they support the other, and that's, you know, that's outstanding. Summer Lawrence, center fielder. Summer came back to us, and I was very excited for her to come back. I didn't know the impact that she was going to have on our team until about halfway through the season. And, you know, I told you this the other night, Summer, the highlight of the season for me was, with Summer, was in Hoover. You know, we had talked over and over and over about just turning loose and being the player that I know you're supposed to be. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was what she had for breakfast or the bus ride over, or maybe she didn't sleep the night before and she was delirious, but had an outstanding tournament, and I'm really excited to see what this year is going to hold for her. First baseman Cassidy Culpepper. I remember, you know, the first time I saw Cassidy hit, it was different. Cassidy's an extremely strong kid. You know, kind of like some of these others, you kind of have to bring them out of their shell from time to time. And when I got Cassidy out of her shell, I realized maybe I want to put her back in there. But Cassidy is a silent leader. She shows up and works. You don't ever have to worry about whether she's going to be where she's supposed to be, when she's supposed to be there, or whether or not she's going to do what you need her to do. And it's, you know, it's those kind of kids that kind of become the backbone of what you want to do. Alexis Cosgrove, one thing that I will let you know about her if you've never watched her play. I can tell you that probably 75% of the opposing coaches that I've faced in the last 4 years have all tried to put number 13 on their bus and take her with them. You know, Alexis is that kid that will run through the fence trying to catch a foul ball at practice. And she plays that way. She plays with passion and intensity, and you know, a lot of times has no idea that she's the spark that lights a lot of things for us. So I'm really excited about each one of these kids being able to play college softball. I'm really excited for you as parents to be able to see them continue their education and to be able to do that, on somebody else's dime. That's outstanding. So congratulations for that. I'm excited for you as parents to get to watch them grow and mature and become even better softball players in the next 2 to 4 years. And I'm very grateful again for the opportunity that I've had to be a very small part of their career. So thank you, and I hope you enjoy everything that is to come. Thanks.
Thank you to everyone being here today. First off, I want to start off by thanking all the coaches that have supported me throughout my whole life. To Coach Pete and Coach Tiffany, thank you for getting me started. To Coach Darrell, thank you for pushing me harder every single day. And to Coach Ron, thank you for taking me to camps and to tryouts and just being there for me. To all the coaches of the Smith Station softball team, thank you for giving me a chance and supporting me on all my decisions. I also want to thank all my teammates that push me harder every single day to be better at who I am. And thank you to Haley, Cassidy, Paige, Catherine, Bryan, and Savannah for pushing me harder every single day, even if it's just to go throw or to run for a little bit at the fields. To my parents, thank you for taking me everywhere and for paying everything. To my mom, thank you for staying up late to listen to how my games went and for being my biggest fan. To my dad, thank you for the countless long car rides home and telling me how I can fix myself every single day, and thank you for being my biggest supporter. And to my brother, thank you for being a friendly competition at home and to push me harder every single day. Thank you, and I love you all.
I'd just like to start off by thanking my parents. Without y'all, I wouldn't have the opportunity to play the sport I love. Thank you for being the best parents you can be and always supporting my decisions no matter what they are. To my mom, thank you for being the one to not yell at me while Dad is after the games. Thank you for traveling with me all summer and taking off work countless numbers of times just to see me play. I'm beyond grateful for you and everything you do. To my dad, thank you for being my coach since I was 6. You helped me become the player I am today. You've taught me you always can better yourself and never stop working hard and settle for just being good. I love you guys. To Coach Sternberger, thank you for being hard on me and teaching me life lessons. You're the one person who never stopped trying for me even when things got rough. Thank you for letting me talk to you about things even if it's not softball related. You'll always be my role model and someone I look up to. Thank you to everyone who shaped me to the person I am today. I love you guys.
First, I would like to thank my parents. Mom, thank you for always being there for me when I needed you most. I will never forget it. For always making sure I have my bat bag, my clothes, and everything I need for my tournaments or practices. You've always been my rock. I know we have our ups and downs a lot, but I know you're only hard on me because you want to see me succeed in life. I love you, Mom. Dad, thank you so much for always believing in me when I didn't believe in myself. For always pushing me to be better. When I'm up to bat and I hear you cheer me on, it means the world to me. Thank you for always being my best friend and my #1 fan. I love you, Dad. Coaches, I would like to thank all my coaches. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for y'all. Coach Stonebreaker, thank you for always believing in me. Thank you for always being there for me when I needed someone to talk to. Thank you for always pushing me to be the best person athlete I can be. Casey, thank you for always being there for me. We have been best friends for 10 years, and I wouldn't want to have anybody else by my side. I love you. The team, thank you guys for being there for me and backing me up when I needed you most. I love you guys.
I would like to say thank you to my parents for supporting me and believing in me even when I didn't believe in myself. They've always pushed me to be a better athlete and a better person since day one. They've done everything they could to get me to games, practices, and they always got me what I needed to play this sport and more. I would like to say thank you to my brother for always being a role model to me. He makes me want to better myself every day. He's accomplished things that I would love to do someday in my softball career and in life. I would like to say thank you to all my coaches for allowing me to play for them and showing my love for the game. They've always pushed me to be a better athlete every time I step foot on the field. I would like to say thank you to everyone who has helped me get to this point. I love you all.
I want to say thank you to everyone who came today to support me. It really means a lot to me. I've been dreaming of this moment ever since I was a little kid. I want to start by thanking my mom and dad for the countless hours you've spent with me and the countless amount of money you've spent on me so I was able to play the sport I love, and for always pushing me to be my best and for taking me to camps and for everything. Honestly, thank you. And thank you to my little sister for always putting up with me and going to places she doesn't always want to go to, and for being my #1 supporter all the time. Also, Coach Darrell, thank you for being the entire reason I'm a catcher, for putting me in the gear in the first place. I honestly thought you were crazy at first, but now I never want to take it off. And for always pushing me to be my absolute best. Coach Nina Rubio, thank you for all the lessons you've given me and for pushing me to be the best me I can be at all times. And you're one of the biggest reasons why I am where I am. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here at all. You have given me countless amount of life lessons, actual lessons, and you've never stopped giving up on me. And for that, I can't be enough thankful. Travis, thank you for honestly everything. You work out with me, literally with me, so I can be stronger because I always try to beat you in everything. I'm the most strong physically I've ever been. Coach Bounds, thank you for standing up for me all the time and for being brutally honest with me so I could fix what I needed to fix. Coach Stonebreaker and the SSHS softball staff, thank you for the countless amount of life lessons you've given me and for giving me the opportunity to play softball at Smith Station. It's an amazing school. Coach Eric, thank you for always helping me through all my problems. I honestly love you like a dad. Thank you to the sports softball for bringing me my lifelong friends and my sisters, Haley, Kaylin, and Casey. Thank y'all for everything you've done. We've been through extreme highs and even extreme lows together. I don't know where I'd be without you on this crazy journey with me. Thank you to all of you who have been there with me. I love y'all.
All right, let's give all 5 softball players a round of applause. And Coach Lee, correct me if I'm wrong, this will be available on YouTube later in the day on the PNN site. So those of you that would like to share the video on social media, it will be available later on. Next, we have Coach Ferry, our head baseball coach.
Wow. Normally you say save the best for last, but I think this is like when you're eating dinner and it's the one thing on your plate you don't like, so you push it off to the end. Not the best. Anyways, everybody's been saying thank you, and I have to reiterate that. I have to thank a lot of people as well. Obviously, I'm thankful to the administration for allowing me the opportunity to coach here. It's a blessing to be able to work with the young men that I get to work with and to teach at this school, because this school is full of quality students, and pretty much everybody on this table up here I have taught or had contact with at some point, and they're all great kids, so I appreciate that opportunity. Thank the parents, grandparents, brothers and sisters, all the rec league coaches from the time they were 4 or 5 years old playing t-ball, everybody who's had a part in their development as a baseball player and as a young man. I appreciate what you've done for them. It's made my job a whole lot easier. I look at these young men like they're my own son. Every kid who's come through this program, it's a blessing to be a part of their lives, and it makes me a fuller person for having dealt with them. So I appreciate everything that they do in that opportunity. I'd like to thank my coaching staff. Coach Davis is here, Coach King who coached with us, and all the other coaches that have done a lot to help these young men develop their skills as players, but we hope to also influence them as young men as well. The 4 guys I've got up here, it's kind of funny, and they're not sitting like this, but it's 2 groups of best friends. Carson and Christian are best friends. They hang out together, and Christian is I hope most times he's like my little good angel that sits on Carson's shoulder that tries to make sure Carson does the right thing. But I think sometimes Christian sits on the other shoulder too, and they go the wrong way. But they're teenagers and they're great kids, and they do everything together. And it's going to be weird because they're going to be separated for the first time. So they'll make new friends and have new opportunities. But it's strange how that works out. Christian is a pitcher in our program, left-handed pitcher, and if you don't know much about baseball, left-handed pitchers are like gold in the baseball market. Christian's played a role in this and has been a hard worker his entire time here. I think he's the only person at this table who's been here the whole time. The others have decided to go on little journeys other places and come back to us, and we're thankful for that. The only thing about Christian I wish is that his older brother, who also played here in the program, would have allowed Christian to eat a little bit more at the dinner table every night, and so he gets some of his brother's size. But Christian's got a great opportunity, and I hope he makes the most of it. Carson, since I'm talking about friends, a lot of pressure on you, bud. Carson is a lot of fun to be around, and at times he could be my worst nightmare too. Carson will leave a legacy on this program known as the Carson Swilling rule, which, unless you're in the program, you don't know anything about that. But Carson's been blessed with a ton of talent. He's got a right arm that God gave him, and he needs to realize that. It's an arm that there's a handful of people have. And you know, I hope that he realizes what he has and makes the most of it. He's representing us at Auburn University, but he's representing me as an alumni from that program as well. So no pressure on you, buddy, but you better do right there because that's my program too. The other two guys I got up here are Hunter Donaldson and Zane Faulk, and I think those two are best friends as well. From what I can gather, from what I get from Hunter. Because Zane, when he first came here, I didn't even know Zane was here because he never talked. Zane's a very quiet guy. He doesn't have a whole lot to say, but when he does say it, people listen. They're different folks, but they both are extremely hard workers and are phenomenally talented athletes. Zane played football this year for us as well. I think it's the first time he played in a couple of years, and from what I saw, I don't know if Coach Glisson would say this or not, but from what I saw from the stands, he was everywhere on the football field too and dominant out there. And was an asset to that program as well. Zane's going to Wallace to be a catcher and possibly an outfielder, but really and truly Zane could play anywhere on the field he wanted to and could be good at it. He might be able to go to the bowling alley and bowl really well too, I don't know. He's just one of those kind of kids. Hunter's going to South Alabama. He'll play shortstop or in the middle infield for us here and probably do the same thing there. And great kid. Hunter was my link to Zane when he first got here. He was the guy that would talk. He was the translator, I guess. At first I thought Zane hated me, but it was just that he just didn't talk, and Hunter would be like, no, he's cool with you. It's all right. It's not a big deal. But they're all great kids. They all have special things that they've been given in their life, and I hope they make the most of it. We're all proud of them for sure. This is like a Christmas gift for them and for their parents. It's a burden lifted off their parents' shoulders, and hopefully they make the most of it. I wrote stuff down, and I'm actually going to read one thing because I would have forgot it. I had to write it down, but I'm going to say this to all of them. And I heard Coach Nelson say this earlier. He said something about a journey. Okay, so forgive me for reading. I'm not very good at this. Life is a journey, but it's made up of a lot of shorter adventures. Baseball and softball for you young ladies is just one of those adventures. It will not last forever, so take advantage of the opportunity that your hard work has given you to continue your education and careers. You've earned that opportunity to continue playing at a higher level, and you may not realize just how special it is. Never stop pushing yourself to be the best you can be on and off the field. Every day you are building a reputation. Your reputation is what defines you and make yours one of unwavering selflessness, uncompromising excellence, and undeniable positive energy that's contagious to all that you come in contact with. So we wish you all nothing but the best. Thank you.
I'd like to thank my coaches, my family for supporting me, Coach Ferry for helping me out on the mound and stuff like that, Coach Davis for helping me do my outfield drills and hitting. And then I'd like to thank my teammates for motivating me every day to get better and to get better in the weight room, get stronger. Friends outside of baseball support me also. Congratulations to everyone else that's signing.
First off, I want to thank God for blessing me with this opportunity. I also want to give a special thank you to all of my family, friends, teammates, and the entire Faulk family for pushing me to this point. Thank you to all my coaches that have helped develop me into the player and person I am today. I'd also like to thank anybody else who's helped me reach this point in my life today.
First, I want to thank God and my family and coaches and everything that's been a part of me my whole career and life, basically. And I want to thank the teachers that's been there for me with the academic support. I just want to thank all my coaches and everything they've done for me, and y'all been a blessing to me. Also, I'd like to congratulate all the other signees today, and hope y'all do well in y'all's future. And I know y'all work hard, and everybody in Smith Station's rooting for you.
After a lot of hard work, I just want to thank my coaches for always pushing me, and Coach Henry for staying on top of me and learning new things, Coach Ferry for things he's done, sacrifices, Coach Davis helping me hit and outfield. And now I want to thank my parents for everything they've done, the sacrifices they have given up, the money, and I want to thank my grandparents for always being a support, my backbone. I want to thank my teammates for always having a good time at the field, playing hard, and upping my game a little bit. I want to thank some of the teachers that have helped me get my grades up and help me pass. Congratulations to everybody else signing today.
All right, real quick, I'm just going to iterate a few things that have already been said, and that is the coaches. You all know the coaches put in countless number of hours, and it's not just during the season, it's year-round. I mean, if you're going to have a program at this day and age, the 7A level, it's year-round, and these coaches do a phenomenal job. Their staffs, all the way from junior high, to the time that they graduate, trying to develop these young men and women into not only great players, but also great people. So I want to thank them again. All right, at this time, this is what we've kind of been waiting for. We're going to go ahead and do the signing. If you all open your folders, and if you all want to take pictures or video, you can come down. Just try not to block anybody else. Just continue signing until we tell y'all to stop. Okay, thank y'all. This is the conclusion of our ceremony. I want to thank everybody for coming. I know everybody here played a part in these young men and women getting to this point. We're going to have plenty of time to take pictures. If you want to take pictures with your family, your coaches, I just ask that y'all just, if you want to use the backdrop, it's fine. Just kind of, be courteous and rotate. Taking pictures behind the backdrop. We are going to do a luncheon around 11 o'clock, so that's in about 20 minutes. Any of your family is welcome to stay for the luncheon. Thank y'all.